Hey Jay, it's Alan, your member from Connecticut, calling in. Just to kind of a little bit to recap and compare and contrast a little bit this year's New York City's March to last year's DC's March. There were some things that I noticed that kind of stood out despite the size difference I mentioned before. And, there was certainly a lot less pink hats and memorabilia being spread around. Last year in DC, Planned Parenthood had a big table and was handing out t-shirts and hats to people, and there was a lot less of that, or at least a lot less pink visible regardless. And certainly I think that a lot of the signs and the theme, if you will, of this was making changes in the election. And I think a lot of it was targeted towards 2020, although I kept reminding people we don't have to wait that long, that 2018 right now is a time that we can start making changes. And the other difference I think significant between geographically New York and DC was New York ended in Times Square, and there was kind of dispersed in with visitors and so forth, whereas in DC you end up in the lawn there with the view of the White House, and then people kind of gathered and had conversations and so forth, whereas what I saw kind of in New York was people just kind of went their own way, like, okay, yeah, I marched, now I'm gonna go get a hot dog somewhere. So it definitely had a different feel to it. Not that it was, not important to do and not important to be represented and out there, just somewhat different. Love to hear what other people from other cities felt and observed, and especially any differences between last year and this year. But then I think we need to move forward to 2018 elections and encourage people to focus now, not waiting till November, but now on who's running, what do they stand for, and supporting the best candidate for the position. Thanks, and as always, stay awesome.